Here we are. So this is episode 2 of The Coaches and Why We Teach. So today I'm here with a good friend of mine, Coach Alessio.
Hey guys.
I've known him for a few years, a phenomenal coach in Muay Thai, boxing, life coach as well, has been there. So the whole point of this too, Alessio, I got a lot of respect for you. I see what you do. And this is the main thing, like, I had the other coach on the other day. It's about telling people why do we do this? Why this thing in life, and what our calling was and stuff like that. So just a little bit of background about you. How long are you teaching and coaching for?
So I'm teaching and coaching since about almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years, okay.
Yeah, I actually start in Australia.
Okay.
And then I started my career in boxing, a profession in Australia, and I really like teaching. So one of my friends introduced me to the world of teaching, and I actually fell in love. It's like, yeah.
And can you recall that moment when you fell in love with it? Was it somebody that said thank you? Was it like a moment where you had a group class, or what was that moment of realization?
When I started to see progress on my first students, I really enjoy the process. I was like, wow, it's getting good, and I'm doing something good right now. And for me, it was like a really change of game completely. It was like, wow, I really love teaching what I love to do.
Gotcha.
So it changed completely my career, completely everything,
And what was the original spark for your love of, is it the Muay Thai, is it the boxing, your love for the sport, your love for the lifestyle? What sparked it? What was that?
Well, I start first from Muay Thai. Muay Thai and kickboxing back when I was 16 in Italy. I always have the thing of martial arts when I was a child and everything. Always watching the Bruce Lee and Van Damme. Bruce Lee was my favorite actor when I was a child. And I started like that. And then I started in the Panza Gym, which is one of my coach, Carlo Barbuto, back in Torino. I started to learn how to fight, and then I really loved the process, and I started to get more deep and deep, starting to fight.
Well, speaking of your first coach, what was his name?
Carlo Barbuto.
Okay, now, when you mentioned him, and is there a single lesson or something that he instilled in you that you still remember today? Wow. Is there anything that, you pay homage to you? Because I remember my first coach, it was Coach Carlos, and, he told me, it must be done.
Yeah.
No matter what, it must be done. That's what stood with me. So I'm just sharing that with you in the crowd right now.
My coach always my coach was like a mentor for me, like a father.
Yeah. Okay. But is there a certain lesson that you remember that he gave you and stuck with you, or he's like, wow, this guy, like you said, he's like a father. So what was that made you look at him?
Well, before a fight, I think it was in Sardinia. In Italy.
Sardinia?
Yeah. We went to Sardinia for a fight. It was really nice.
Costa Smeralda, right?
No, that fancy, but it was like Iglesia, I think, was the place. Yeah, it actually have a good conversation with me. It really pushed me. It really told me a lot. It was you need to it taught me about consistency.
Consistency.
Yeah. He was 3-time world champion, my coach. He was really a strong man. He was my same size, and he was beating the shit of everybody. It was insane. And when he saw me fight, different
before lawsuits.
Before lawsuits, yeah. I never. Right? He used to knock me out every time on the body shot. That's why I get very strong on the body. And he always told me, consistency is the key.
Consistency is the key.
Consistency is the key.
And then do you see how that instills with you today? Because you consistently show up for your guys, men, women, athletes.
No matter time, no matter what, I'm trying always to be there for my students. I always try to be there for myself as well, to train myself. And still now, I train 2-3 hours a day, every day. It taught me a lot.
Yeah,
and it was a really a good figure that I always respected.
Gotcha.
Till now, I still respect him as a father. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, with your coaching and how, your progression over the 10 years, has your philosophy changed, or have you evolved from how you started to where you are today?
Yeah,
and what is it trends that you're following, or is it stuff that you've studied and researched, and then how you want your students and other people and athletes to progress? through experience?
Well,
you know, like what is it? What
So
your point of
during
view?
my time since I began, I of course I evolved, but the main thing that I evolved with myself it was the patience
Patience.
with my students. Yeah, you need to be patient, bro. It's like it's not easy.
No, it's not
Like
easy. No.
not everybody like to listen. Not everybody like get the information the same way. So
Yeah.
you need to be very
No,
patient.
for
And
sure.
with the time, I got that kind of point, you know, and it was really like really you getting better and better and better with the time of the year, and you learn like more skills. I always try to train as well with you or with somebody like they have like different skills and
Different point of view, so you know, how you can apply it to everything
and
else.
I like to transmit that to my students. You know,
Gotcha.
I try to always be an example on that.
Now, is there something that you teach your clients and your athletes that has nothing to do with the sport, but things to do with life?
Well, that's a good question.
This is the point of this. It's like,
Yeah.
because again, even though people come to us for Muay Thai, for Jeet Kune Do, for weaponry, it goes beyond that, because the ring and the
Yeah, of
life,
course.
like how you move around in the ring, how do you move around in life? This is why I'm trying to, like, you know, show this side of us. This is the point of this whole
I will
interview.
use the same thing that I told you before about my coach.
Yeah.
Consistency is the key.
He's the kid.
That's what I
Okay,
teach
so
to
that's-
my clients, because my clients is like always like, oh, I don't see results, I don't see that. I say, okay, how good you are in the business? You're good, right? I say, yeah. Why you're good? Because you're consistent. Same thing happen when you're like on the ring,
Yeah.
or doing pads, or you train yourself. You need to have consistency. It's everything in life.
Gotcha. So then, how do you promote them or push them to excel with you know, protecting their long-term health and also the happiness? Because sometimes in the training they get, you know, like you just said, with the consistency they get fed up, they get impatient.
Yeah.
But at the end, the goal is happiness for them.
course,
How they.
yeah.
So then, how do you push them? What is it?
Or I push them that far.
Or to remember that, hey, are you happy? Look, you're 10 pounds less, or you're boxing
Yeah,
better.
I'm trying to see the results of what they're doing.
Okay, and then you show them videos from
Share
day
videos,
one.
and of course, like we say, hey, do you remember used to do it like this like 2 months ago? And you suck on that 2 months ago.
Show them how they.
Yeah,
Look, this is
you
you
remember
suck.
that? Like almost throw up on the floor like when we were training. So that's like a
Interesting.
good example for you, like to keep going, you know. And
Gotcha.
I see always progress. That's what what I really appreciate of this job is seeing progress.
Yeah.
But I don't like to see also people losing themselves.
Yeah.
Like this sport, this discipline, like everything in life, it's very emotional, and you use a lot your mindset.
Yeah.
You need to be very like mindful what you're doing, and don't lose yourself. Like of course with parties, which is Miami is very.
This is a
like-
playground. Yeah, it can be. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it can be very
Yeah.
losing it. Sometimes the people like see me as well, like party with my friends and everything. But
Yeah, well, you're
I'm
enjoying
like,
life, my friend.
I
you
enjoy my
know,
life, but at the
so
same time, I'm like, I have appointment 5 a.m. with you or 6 a.m. with you. I'm gonna be there.
you still show up. Yeah, it's balance. A lot. I mean,
balance,
again,
yeah.
we're, you know, you're built different than the average person too. So that's
like,
another thing too.
well,
So
we,
it's
we
like,
have different experience than you too. Like you
yeah.
have like you do this since you were a child, since
Yeah.
we were a teenager. So for
Yeah.
us, it's like it's normal to be there and be present and consistent because
Yeah.
you want to achieve goals.
Yeah, but I mean, also, but that was instilled in you younger, as a younger man, and
Yeah,
it's still today,
absolutely.
as opposed to just starting this out and like you have these bad vices or habits. You know, things become habitual with discipline and time that you put into it.
Balance as well, yeah. But let me tell you something, like a little thing. Like when I used to fight professionally, I love parties. For me, party was like always like a main thing for me. Like, since I was a child, I party in a smart way, you know, like crazy.
Viva la
or-
vida, yeah.
Viva la vida. What I was doing is I was going out for a club, but my only drink was a Red Bull, a water. I would stay up until 2 a.m., 3 a.m., spend time with my friends and everything because you need that for your mental balance. You need that.
Yeah, of course.
And then the day after, working out,
Yeah.
training for the fight. But if I been a fight, no out at all.
Yeah.
But no, when I have no fights, I was like going out a little bit, but just like be mindful. You know, it's like you decide your lifestyle.
Yeah, of course.
You decide what you want to do.
Yeah.
And I'm so blessed. I'm so lucky that I choose that way long time ago. And you know what? I can tell you also some very little thing that one of my best friends did to me. So when I started this sport, I started to have like a small fights in the gym, like after like a few months. Then I passed in like with the pro fighters, like to training with them. It was like a different time. And one of my best friend, Giacomo, that I really love him, he always challenged me. He's the guy, the classic guy, like shorter than me, but like tough. He was like a tough guy. And always like, when they told me, oh, bro, why are you doing that? Like, why are you training? You're not gonna be nobody. I said, you know what? Sorry, my French, fuck you. In 2 years, you see, I'm gonna be European champion. And after 2 years, I won the European title. And then the year after in kickboxing as well.
Wow.
So it was like a really like push me more harder, you know?
Yeah, you gotta spark that fire.
Yeah, it teased me like very like.
It's extra motivation.
Yeah, because
right?
it was like.
Sometimes you need that, right? So it's like I'll share something with you. It's like, you know, my old Sifu, he told my other Sifu that I would never be good enough. I want to be a good teacher. So I remember I was in Japan. He asked me what my intention was, and I'm like, I'm going to be better than you. You know, and I think I am, because again, I'm a genuine person. So I understand the fire, you know, where it comes from, and because it's like, you know, I was speaking with Shota about this too. It's like there's something in us when like people doubt you or what you're capable of. You're like, oh yeah, I'll show you how great I am. Sometimes we need that, you know, because it keeps us humble and accountable.
Yeah,
it's like, can we do this?
Yes,
you know, and look, if we fail anything, we fail. We're human. We're not perfect. But if we use that fire and that fuel to fucking really shine, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. You know?
I appreciate it, Giacomo. Thank you. No, as well, like, you know, my first coach, Carlo, he never give you satisfaction. He never tell you like, oh, you're really good or whatever. Like, it doesn't say shit. Like, I was like literally knocking out people with low kicks or hurting people, whatever, but he never say anything. And you know, like, a couple of times he told me I was very good, like, you're strong, whatever, but he never told me anything. I have a satisfaction actually, I think yesterday. So one of my clients from here, that he came here from Dubai, he came to Miami for like a month to train with me, to train and do Miami style. He's from my city, randomly. I met him through Instagram. He came here, he texted me, hey, I want to train with you, okay. Now, he went back to my city for like 2 weeks just to rest with his family. And I said, hey, you really helped me out a lot. I lost 10 pounds in a month. Just training with you. I never had this kind of training in Dubai. I never had this kind of session, consistency and everything. I really love your training. Like, can you give me a gym where to go? I said, okay, go to my gym where I used to train. Thai Box Torino in my city, Torino. And ask about this and this. The trainer weren't available, and he trained with actually my coach, Carlo.
Okay.
And of course, Carlo like always like play around, whatever. And then my friend said, man, I really love the session with your coach. And we were talking about you, and it's like you were really strong when you were fighting. You were like a really strong fighter. And motherfucker never told me that. And I was like, I was like, oh wow, I really appreciate that. You know, like I really like feel like.
That's that tough love.
After 20 years, I used to fight when I was 16. I'm 38 now.
Crazy, interesting. All right, so thank you for sharing that. I get it. But how did that make you feel when you found out he talked good about you? You nice? You're like, wow.
It felt really like I did something good when I was there. Besides,
he recognized you. You know what I'm saying? He put time into you,
he had like the best fighters in the world. He used to train like world champion. He used to be a world champion. He always has Thai people there inside.
Gotcha.
But I was always go to war for him, like, you know, like.
Well, you were young blood.
I was young, like, it would tell me, like, oh, next week you want to fight? Of course, yeah, no problem.
Nice.
I don't care. Let's do it. The Rio Pietato came up like this. 2 weeks, there is the guy pull out. You want to do it?
My place,
yes,
right
I wasn't ready. I knocking out the guy. In the first 30 seconds, the guy punched me hard. I was like, losing. He almost knocked me out twice. Third round, low kick. Change everything.
Beautiful.
Consistency.
Yeah, consistency. No, that's good. Back to the questions now. Here's a good one. Have you ever saved a life? And I'm not talking about with CPR, but like through your mentorship. And if you want to share that story, because I get a lot of emails. Thank you, Sifu. You saved my life. Somebody attacked them. Or they're going through an issue with the relationship with their loved one. Yeah. And they refer to things that I talked to them about. Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, it happened. Yeah.
Do you want to share a story?
Yeah, no, I have a guy that when we met, it was really loose because he was like partying a lot. He broke up with a girlfriend. It was really like,
Okay, so he's self-destructive, basically.
yeah, going to the bar and he started to train with me and started to actually the classes.
Okay.
Not even like personal training, it was just in the classes.
Just came to your classes.
I really keep in touch with him. I really like connect really well. And
That's great.
he thanked me, like say thank you for.
That's nice.
It was like I changed really my lifestyle.
Isn't that a beautiful thing too? It's like
Yeah.
we're in people's lives at that certain moment.
That's the best part of our job, you know, when you see like results of what you're doing and changing
Yeah.
life and push them to do better.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes we suck in stuff as well, but we don't have nobody to tell us like what to do.
Tell me about it, right?
And then it's good to feel like it's satisfied to feel like, I helped somebody.
Do you ever go home and you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, "Hey, I'm proud of you"?
Yeah, it happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to do it.
yeah.
You need to do it for yourself because you remember like how much sacrifice we do in our life, how much we sacrifice for everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we did it.
So speaking of that though, now if you can pinpoint a certain moment, do you have like a moment where you're the most proudest of yourself, most proud of yourself? Like a really proud moment with an athlete or
Career or whatever.
Anything, yeah, like really like from all the work and your consistency, like can you recall that?
I'm really happy right now about the achievement that I have did since I moved back
at 38 years old.
yes.
10 years in. Okay.
I'm like,
so this is the proud moment.
Since I moved back to Miami in 2018, I used to live here then. I moved to Australia for 3 years and then
came back
to Miami because I was missing this.
Okay.
And the things that I'm building up right now with the people around me and the circle of people that surround me, like, I'm very happy about it, you know?
Sure.
It's like, and I'm doing what I love to do. I'm teaching. And I'm very happy with that, you know? I think this is the point of my life that I'm very happy on what I am.
So that being said too, now has what you've done coaching helped heal something in you? Something that was broken, like maybe from your past, and that you didn't know that needed healing?
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah. Like, coaching for me, it's been like a change of, it changed a lot of my personality, you know? Sometimes I was very arrogant, I was very...
You're arrogant. So
yeah.
Coaching humbled you?
Yeah.
Made you grow up?
Big time, yes, big time.
Okay.
And like you share energy every day with people and...
And how many years into the coaching did you realize that? But when did the arrogance
start to go down?
No. It's one thing again to be proud of yourself, right? But then not walk around.
Yeah, no, of course.
You keep the ego in check. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably 4 years ago.
4 years ago? Okay.
Yeah.
So 6 years in.
It's
So,
not just coaching, also my wife is like pull me down a little bit, open my eyes, open like big time.
Okay.
And like we need that sometimes, you know?
Yeah. And now, in your career as a coach, what was one of the hardest things you ever had to do, and how did it shape you?
Hardest thing I have to do?
One of the hardest things you ever had to do in this career. Like that being, did you have to stop training someone? Did you have to sub in? Did you want to, show up when you didn't want to, or something, or you had to let somebody go? Something like that.
I understand, like, okay, it's supposed to be no hard feeling with people, but sometimes it's very hard when you're training people for a long time and they drop you from one day to the other one, and all the relationship that you create with the person ended up there. It's very sad sometimes, it's very hard to accept.
I mean, not all the relationships.
It's not just
are the
like
same,
business talking. It's about the relationship that you create with people, you know.
Of course. I mean, think about how much it's time you spend with them more than anybody else in your family.
Then
I get it.
And then you feel like completely two strangers. Imagine that you see people like every day, or every week, twice a week, or whatever. You share a lot of energy, a lot of all your life and their life for sure. And then from one day to the other one, I think it's very hard when you finish a relationship with your clients.
Gotcha. Now, I ask you this too, like what advice would you give to any of the new coaches, young coaches, from your experience? Any advice?
Be humble all the time.
Be humble.
Be humble all the time and be a sponge all the time. Like try to learn. I'm still learning stuff. I'm still watching other coaches now they do stuff because I like to learn and I like to getting better, you know?
Of course, yeah.
I'm not a handler. I'm not like a perfect person. I'm not a perfect coach.
Well, you see where the trends are. You see where you need help. And again, it's because the ego is in check. And you know we're not perfect.
No,
right?
be no cocky all the time.
No, exactly, which is really good. And it takes it takes a big person to say that. Because again, we're not the great and powerful Oz. We don't know everything.
Humble yourself all the time.
And even like, I find too, it's like if people want to learn something from me and I know that I'm not good at that, I refer them. I go, it's not me. I tell you to train with this person. That's probably going to be a better fit for you. He can get you, or she can get you to your goal better than I can.
Absolutely, yeah.
So,
that's like.
Good. So then, how do you keep up then with the trends or the new science that's happening? Do you do your research and your studying for you?
Yeah, I'm always like looking for different kind of training and always.
So you do continued education and stuff like that as well?
Absolutely, yeah. You have to. You need to always be updated to everything. It's like there is always new technique and always like.
But do you sometimes revert back to the old way as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
'Cause especially in Thai boxing too, the style.
When I always teaching people Muay Thai, which is Muay Thai is my main thing. I always have memories of my coach and the other coaches that teach me stuff.
Yeah, of course.
And I try to transmit what they teach me or their way to teach to the people because I think they're working.
Yeah, for sure. Of course. Yeah. No, because you've seen firsthand what works, what doesn't work, right?
Absolutely.
So, if there is a legacy that you'd like to leave behind, not in wins or the titles, but just in people, like if you leave, what is something that you'd want to be known for or remembered for?
That's a good question.
That's the point. This is
we want people to remind you, to remember you.
Because again, it's like, because everybody that you touch, like how many people do you think you coached over the years? Oof, right? Now, they'll forever remember you at some point in your life. You know what I mean? Imagine one day when you have children, they get older, 20 years from now, and somebody's like, hey, you're Alessio's kid.
Yeah.
Your father saved my life. Or your father, like, isn't that's a great feeling?
Yeah, that's totally,
But what would the legacy, what would you want to be remembered as?
Yeah, I would like to be remembered for be the person that changed the life of people. It's like in better.
Yeah.
Not in bad.
No, for sure. Yeah.
For me, it's like, especially during the classes. During the classes, you see a lot of people together, and it's good when they remind you for something. It's good when they remind you for like what good you did for them to change your lifestyle.
It's great, man.
Probably just like changing life for the people. That's what I want to be remembered for.
Gotcha.
And to create different community of people.
Nice.
That's what it matters at the end.
No, for sure. Yeah. Now, last question for this part of the interview. If this was the last interview you ever had, right? What's the one thing in the world that you want the world to understand about why do you do this? Why? Why do you coach? Why?
Why I coach?
Why do you coach? Why do you do this? Why do you wake up every day and do this? Like, is there, what is the true drive in you?
Because I fucking love it.
Because he fucking loves it. You hear that? Yeah, we fucking love it. Right?
It's a good feeling.
That's the best answer, man. I mean, love, passion.
It's that I tried to coach back in Italy when I was probably 19 or 20 years old.
Okay, without the experience that you have.
It was a traumatic experience. It's not fucking. It's not
no,
easy at all.
It's not easy. Shit. No.
And keep the person entertained and still making work and. I suck in the beginning.
Of course, talk too fast. You don't know the level of skill.
You know that I started teaching back in Australia, because one of my friends from Australia, Tiziano, is an Italian guy. It was teaching. I was like, oh, wow, that's good. And it was a good also good. I was being a waiter at the time. I was like, no, I don't want to do this. And I want to just stop fighting, whatever. Then I start back again fighting and. It really changed my life. And when we spoke about teaching everything, and I was watching him all the time, how he was teaching to the clients, I started to learn how to actually be a different coach.
Okay.
Be more experienced. It's so hard. Now it became easier. Now it's easy.
Well, it's second nature. 10 years in, it's like.
Yeah. Now
do you remember the first large class you had? How many people showed up? How'd it go? You
Yeah, it was
remember?
around 10 people. Something
Yeah,
like
10
that.
people. I remember my first class. Oh my God, man. That was
I hate that. I feel so nervous. Like, you know what I hate? I hate to talk in front of the cameras and in front of a lot of people.
You did pretty good today. No, I remember looking at the clock and I was like, oh my God, only 10 minutes on my. I was like, and then
time, you know the tricks.
And then you have this plan in your head, and then the group is all mixed, and you're like, oh my God, I have advanced people here, beginners here, people that don't even know how to
never
move.
done anything in their life.
I'm like, oh my God, and what a shit show, man. But look, I respect everybody in this, for the fact that you love it and you continue to do it. It's not easy. The key is consistency.
Always consistency, yeah.
All right, my brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
this.
Sifo,
Okay.
appreciate you.
Got it, guys. Till the next one.
See ya.